Hey everybody, Arn here. Just wanted to stop in. It's been a little while since I've had a chance to talk. Honestly, once we finished up before Christmas break, holiday break, and headed out for our vacation trip and family event, it was all systems go. And so since I've been home, been working in the shop trying to get caught back up on some things that I need to wrap up from that. But also, as I pointed out or shared maybe a week ago, this folder project. And so really what I wanted to do today is just come on for a minute and chat about the shop, about life, and then talk a little bit about the folders. So again, if you're interested, and I've had a number of you reach out about this and ping me, or you posted, I'm going to be posting that. It will be this week or towards the end of the week. It's going to be the I'm going to do 10 of them. I'm just going to say it right now. We're going to have 10 on this first one. So God, let me give a little bit of the backstory. First of all, this whole process of making knives started with me wanting to make a knife for my son. It's a little deeper than that. Some of you heard the story, but we'll go with that. And so I made a knife for RJ, a hunting knife for RJ, and I'm like, damn, I need to make another knife. And so then, I'm looking for actually my favorite one. And then I transitioned there, and I made a few more. I'm going to pull them all out because I gave them to family members. But then I made my hunting knife, and I'm super proud of that. Like, I still carry it to this day, and I absolutely love it. It's kind of the first iteration of the MF Hunter, Middle Fork Hunter, and as I look at it in comparison to the Middle Fork Hunters, I'm like, there's some nuance to it that I'm just like, damn, I want to do that again. So I actually do have a prototype over there, and another project that, man, I was hoping to have that done in like October for a guy, and we're still working on it. So Mike, it's coming, I promise. But anyway, this whole process started just, wanting to make a knife for my son. And the values that I wanted to instill in the tools that I made were that I wanted them to have nuance and stuff. That's what I'm looking for. I wanted them to have nuance and connection to the past, to legacy, whatever it might be. This is one of my grandpa's old little ball peen hammer. It's got a little split in the head up here. It's palpable, like the grease and the sweat that's in this, right? I use this every time I'm out here for something. But I wanted that kind of character in the tools that I made. Pieces that are going to be legacy pieces, things that are going to last, right? And I feel that I've built that, like the tools that I've made for people, whether it's creating a handle of elk with hair from the mane of the horse, wrapped in an inlay, or whether it's doing inlays with elk ivories. I've actually got 2 builds right now built around that. One is a lover to her lovey. A wife to us. How about that? We'll just go with that. The other one is a father to his sons, and they had the option of choosing what they wanted to put in it, but that's one of the things that they chose, is they wanted elk ivories with some other stuff too. I can't tell you how much that connection just makes me like, I'm stoked. Okay, I'm absolutely stoked. I've got another build I'm working on right now that's an anniversary build for a couple, and it's those kind of things that I know what those tools are going to mean to those people, because I know what those tools would mean to me in my life, and it means so much. And so I've got Swiss heritage, American heritage. I mean, my family, when they came over from Switzerland, man, they were moving and shaking and moving across the country, and they were ranching and farming and settling near Colorado Springs and in Nebraska, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been Oklahoma too. And God, there's so many freaking stories. Like, I watch movies like 1883 or whatever it's called, the Yellowstone prequel, and I'm like, that could have been them, it's awesome stuff. And we've got some just remnants and legacies and stories of that. And it just, all of that got me thinking, and I got thinking first of the year about the Swiss part and the precision, and got me, I'm thinking of watches. I digital watch for a long time, Garmin, and then I was like, I don't really like that little thing going through me. I kind of want to scale back and go to something more simple, and so so I'm looking at different watches, and I'm starting to be so fascinated because there's so many cool things with watches, right? And I'm like, maybe I can make watches, but I'm not making watches yet. So, but I started thinking, about another aspect of knives, and that's folders. And truly, like a folding knife is my favorite knife. Like those are the ones that I've lost when I've been hunting. Those are the ones that I love to carry, and they're cool. Like you can hide them. They're easy. I mean, I just got some of these Origin Moab pants. Mother of all breeches. Holy Moses. Love these things. They kick, and they shake. All right, and they got the light things. I gotta have a knife for that, right? And there's just, you just can't like that. That's just it's a little conspicuous, right? Oh no, nothing in my pocket. Nope, just hanging out, guys. Yeah, so we can't do that, right? No. Okay, so the pocket knife, I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I've not done it before because of the time invested and then also some of the tooling. And so, hey, this is exciting. At the end of the year, some of that busyness allowed me to do some amazing things around my shop. I was able to upgrade to a second grinder, so I went ahead and bought a full package from OBM. And then I also got a mill. Now, I've got plans to move in and have a CNC mill down the road. I'm hoping by middle of this year. But for right now, I got a bench mill. It's going to give me a more precise ability to drill holes, right? But it's also going to give me the opportunity to learn more about this milling aspect and to be able to have the precision involved with the folders that kind of kept me from wanting to do them in the past. I honestly see moving forward, I see a big portion of my business, assuming this first project goes well, being folders, because it freaking excites me. Like I've spent most of our cruise like on my computer, and I've shown you some pictures, and I'll be showing more this weekend. But designing that first iteration. And the plan is going to be that I'm going to be producing 6 of these for the family, okay? And those are going to be like my initial prototypes. And then I'm going to be putting out 10. And that is what I'm going to be pre-selling moving forward. So that's actually going to be available to put a deposit on those later this week. And they're going to be awesome. The plan right now is that the casing, so the frame is going to be made out of titanium, and I will be milling that titanium. I'll mill the flex point. It'll be a frame lock slider, so you'll have and then the blade itself, I intend right now to make it out of Magna Cut. Talk me out of it. But I've done a few knives out of Magna Cut. It's awesome. I know it's the latest. I don't want these to be, they're going to be heirloom pieces. And then along with that, my plan right now at least is to have the back side, so left hand, right hand, be able to designate which one so that liner lock can be on the appropriate side so you can manage it. I don't want to, segregate against left-handers or right-handers, right? You don't have to switch for me. I'm going to switch for you. So we're going to have a left-hand, right-hand version. The back side of it is going to be just new titanium, baby. And then on the other side is going to have an inlay. And we have some options for that, things like mammoth molar, mammoth tusk. I've got some beautiful, beautiful koa. It's like you could strumming my pain with his fingers, living my life with his song word. Feeling me softly with his love. This stuff is amazing. I love it. All right. That is gorgeous. And this is raw. Wait till it gets done. Jeez, oh flip. All right, anyway, I digress. And so really the sky's the limit. I don't have any meteorite, but like if that's on your heart, maybe you got an Omega Speedmaster with meteorite face and you're like, I need a matching pocket watch, pocket knife. There you go. But that's the plan, guys, is to produce some really, really killer tools. And the thing that I love, and I'll wrap this up here. It's a big leap, but all this has been a leap, and I have faith that it's going to be absolutely awesome. What's even better is that the people that have my knives in their hands right now, have faith that it's going to be really awesome, because you are the ones that have been like, just do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I want number 1, I want number 2, I want number 3, whatever. So anyway, you're going to get them. So like I said, stay tuned. I'll be posting a little bit later this week. I know I've been quiet, but I have been busy out here. A big part of it is I'm retooling. I've had an electrician out. We're getting a new panel in so that I don't have to cycle what I use and all of this stuff, right? Just really trying to get things rocking and rolling. And man, for me, like the end of the year, the excitement was that I produced, 60 knives in 30 days, I think it was. And that's while working a full-time job too, right? So it was pretty rad, and a lot of things had to happen to be able to make that happen. I mean, number one, my family, I'm very patient, and I absolutely am so grateful for that. But the other piece of it is having to rethink kind of how I do what I do, and again, pushing myself out of the comfort zone. So really excited about that. It's stretched my mind and my imagination for what I can do and what this is. And honestly, that was a big part of what pushed me forward to say, you know what, let's get the mill, let's get this folder project going. And I think truly what's going to happen, I mean, like I said, right now I'm doing the 6, and then protos, you'll see pictures of those, and then I'll be doing the 10 folders that will be for sale. And my intention on those is for them to be pre-sold. I don't anticipate they're gonna last until the end. I'm slating delivery for those to be July 1st. Want something that you can celebrate on the 4th of July, right? We are family. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have some fun options on them too. But my thought is, just because of the excitement of this and what it is that moving forward, I really want those folders to become part of what I do. And so this first series, just so that you know, it is a full-size folder, kind of modeled after my MF Hunter. Again, my plans right now have the blade at 3.5 inches exposed length, but there's a little bit of an overhang, so when it is completely folded, I believe we're at 4 inches from edge to edge on the handle. And then overall length when it's fully extended is, I believe, 8 inches. Now the math may not work on that, and I'll show you what I mean. But it's intended to be essentially this knife. It's a full-size knife, something that can fit and tuck inside that top pocket. But I'm looking at a full-size hunting knife. The prototypes, and you know, my Science or Fusion is what I use. You know, giving estimated weights and stuff, are looking at approximately, if I'm not mistaken, around 4 ounces on the total build. So still a lightweight knife. I mean, I think this with the carbon scales is actually close to 6. So pretty stoked. All right. So anyway, that's coming up. I've got to get to work. Got a few things I got to get done tonight, and then I will be posting more and talking more. And I really want to take you through the process and the development for that new project, as well as just some of the fun stuff that's going on. You might also recall that back in October, and that was about the time this order started hopping, I did set out to make a donation piece that I'm going to raffle off for charity, a breast cancer charity. That piece is still here. It's in process. I've got, you know, initial bevels on it, but I've got final finishing work to do on the blade. And then of course the handle, Camel Carbon donated a wonderful piece, pink piece of Camel Carbon to go on that. And it was awesome because I just posted, and I had been talking to him and told him I liked some of his stuff, and he's like, hey, I'll donate this if you're going to donate that. And so that project's still coming up. If you've been wondering at all, I'm sure there's probably at least one person that maybe is thinking about that. So keep your eyes open on that. It's, you know, still a little ways out, but it'll be coming. And then in addition to that, I am going to be rolling some drops of MF Hunters. It'll be mid to late February, but those will be in a CPM D2, and kind of haven't decided what I'm going to do on the handles on those yet, whether I'm going to make them kind of all the same or whether I'm going to make it a little bit more diversify. And then I'll also be dropping some BFD daggers around the same time. You know, as a basic profile, I make the I cut the handle with a little bit of a dip in it so that I can have some options, but fabulous little dagger. And those are crew wear. So CPM D2 and